Hi guys, some of you have DM'd me to seek clarity on this interesting scheme called the guaranteed rental return. So, what is guaranteed rental return? Or some might actually call it the minimum performance assurance. Well, you buy a property, get passive income every month, and someone else handles the headaches. It's the ultimate dream for any investors, right? Especially if you are buying from overseas or even as an investment asset. So essentially, you buy a GRR or MPA property from the developer, and they promise they will rent it out on your behalf, then deliver the income to you. The rental income promise typically hovers around a range of 4 to 5% annually. So, what does GRR actually promises you? To some, it actually seems like a sweet deal. Developers assure you a certain annual returns on your purchase price. No need to find tenants, no maintenance drama. Sounds perfect, right? Say for example, just for clarity, say for example, you bought a property for RM 500,000. Let's say you are able to obtain a loan with a servicing duration of approximately 30 years. Your mortgage is 4.1% and your monthly installment will then be around RM 2,400. Why 30 years? Well, I'm just taking this as the maximum loan tenure for foreigners. For locals, it's actually 35 years. Okay, anyway, now let's say that the developer promises you a 5% GRR. That means you will only need to pay around RM 320 every month instead of the full RM 2,400. Now, sounds good, isn't it? Don't have to stress over finding tenants, and yet your property is paid for. Well, sort of. Here's the catch. Guaranteed rental return usually lasts 4 to 5 years. Thereafter, you are on your own. Remember, your loan is for 30 years, not 4 to 5 years. So you have to take care of the remaining years yourself. This guarantee is basically a paper promise, and it is not covered by the Housing Development Act, unlike the Sales and Purchase Agreement. The guaranteed return scheme basically is often managed by a private entity. So, from the eyes of the law, the legal binding agreement is actually between you and the managers, not the developers. So if anything goes wrong, you will have to go to the civil court, which can also be costly and not to mention time consuming. And GRR properties usually carries a premium. How else would the developer guarantee you a promised return, right? And finally, and finally, GRR doesn't cover your quit rent, maintenance fee, rental tax, so on and so forth. So these are some of the costs that you definitely have to take into consideration when you're buying a property. Therefore, before you get tempted by the guaranteed rental return scheme, ask yourself these tough questions. Would you still buy this property if there was no GRR? Have you checked the developer's track record, not just the marketing companies? Do you understand that you are still responsible for costs like quit rent and maintenance fee, as well as all the other excess expenses that you're going to be, that you're going to encounter? And most importantly, have you had an independent lawyer review every single line of that GRR contract? I hope with this explanation, you will be able to make a more sound investment decision in your future property purchases. Remember, we are not here to beat down any schemes that may help to elevate the attractiveness of the property, but we do want to ensure that these schemes are legal and protect the interests of the buyer. So, make smart investment decision and not by emotions. And if you're interested in this kind of topics or you want further clarity, you can actually DM me when it comes to your property purchases on how to make an informed decision. I hope that this series or the videos that I'm going to put out will help you in making a better decision going forward. Thank you once again.